Alright, so Toy Story 4 is out. It is upon us. I wanted to talk about the movie a little bit more in depth than what I did in my non-spoiler review. So this is going to be a spoiler review for Toy Story. Yeah, I know, a spoiler review for an animated movie. Because Toy Story is just so endearing, it's so heartwarming, and these characters are just so iconic. It is out. If you have seen it, I hope you laughed. I hope you had some fun. I hope you cried, because it got me to cry. Don't make fun of me. I grew up with this. I deserve every right to cry. And by cry, I mean, I'm going to talk about some stuff in here. Not a beat-for-beat replay of the entire movie, but some stuff, like, for instance, the stuff that made me cry. Like the end scene, Woody does not go back to Bonnie at the end. And I thought that that was a perfect resolution for Woody's character. He goes with Bo Peep to help other lost toys find a kid, and Buzz and the rest of the gang just go with Bonnie. It makes so much sense that this is the resolution that we would get for Woody. And there was something that I said in my review where I was like, Toy Story 3 was the finale to Andy's story, whereas Toy Story 4 is the finale to the story of the toys. And I think that Woody's resolution in this movie really hammers home that idea. That this is the grand finale that we have been waiting for these toys. This is the story that was supposed to be the finale. And I think that that's why this movie fits in so seamlessly with the first three Toy Stories. It doesn't feel like its own thing. It actually does a good job of feeling like it's part of the gang. It doesn't branch off like Woody does at the end of this movie, and that's what I really loved. Bo Peep I actually really loved. They actually gave Bo Peep something to do. I like the fact that she had a different worldview in here, where it's like, no, you gotta be given away. You're gonna have a new owner sometime down the line, and then when we meet her later on in the film, she's a nomad. She's just wandering the entire world by herself, because she has the mindset where it's like, what would I rather do? Would I rather be loved by some kid for the entirety of my life, or would I just like to be happy and explore what is out there but for myself? And I really think that where this series gives toys consciousness, I think that that's a really interesting mindset. And let's talk about Forky for a minute, because Forky, there's some interesting stuff going on with Forky here too. Forky's having an existential crisis. He's like, man, I'm just trash. Like, I'm not a toy. I don't belong here. So every 5 minutes in the beginning, he's trying to go towards the trash bag or the trash can, and it makes for some funny stuff. But the thing there is, it's like he's questioning everything around him. And I really like that about Forky, but what makes this so much more endearing and heartwarming is the fact that Woody is like a father figure to him. Woody's pulling him. He's holding his hand the whole time. He's like, no, Forky, you have to be here for Bonnie. She created you specifically to be her toy. And he's like, no, I'm not a toy. I'm trash. It's like, that's where I belong. I belong in the trash can. And Woody's like, there's more to life than just being a piece of trash. And I think that that is a very good message to hammer home to some of the youngsters out there that watch this series. I think people will be slightly disappointed that some of the toys don't get a lot of screen time, like Rex, the Potato Head, Slinky Dog, Ham, Jesse, Bullseye, those guys. They're not really in the movie all that much. It cuts back to them every once in a while, but they don't really have anything to do. I could see how people could complain about that, but this honestly isn't all of their story. This is the story of Woody. This is Woody's story. This is Woody's finest hour. This is the final episode of Woody's Roundup. I just love how Woody just, he learns so much about himself in this. He learns that there's more to just being a toy, and I love that. And it's his relationship with Bo Peep that teaches him that. It's just so baffling to me how Pixar can just make so many good story decisions in a movie like this. Like when Gabby gets Woody's voice box and she doesn't get loved by a child right away. The child actually gets freaked out, and Gabby's really mad, and Woody has to comfort her. I love the role that Woody plays in this movie, not to, as I said already, Forky, but almost everybody else, like Gabby, he's like, there's gonna be another kid out there that loves you, and he's trying to convince her that it's Bonnie. And I think that scene is so touching, where the little girl is lost, and Gabby goes to comfort her, and then she becomes that little girl's favorite toy. And she finally finds her parents. It's like, man, they created a sympathetic villain. I did think her story started off a little bit too fast, because with the Toy Story villains, other than Sid, we already knew Sid was a psychopath, but Prospector and Lotso Hugging Bear. Prospector and Lotso, it kind of took a while to get them to be the villains. Like, we knew they were the villains, but it kind of took a little bit to get to that point. It's right off the bat, Gabby's the villain. And those ventriloquist dummies are the creepiest things ever. I just saw Annabelle last week, and they took my review down because Warner Brothers is corrupt. And I was like, I'm never going to look at dolls the same way ever again. And now these ventriloquist dolls, these dummies, are imprinted in my mind, and I'm never going to look at anything the same ever again. I friggin' hate dolls now. Toys are fine. Like Woody and Buzz, yeah, that's fine. I understand what Tim Allen meant when he said he couldn't get through the last scene, and what Tom Hanks meant when he said the last scene is a moment in history. Because that's where Woody goes off with Bo Peep. He realizes there's more to life than just being loved by a kid. And I love that. I love all of these questions. I love all of these themes that Toy Story 4 answers, and that's what makes it so good, in my opinion. Toy Story 4 just pulled out all the stops that I didn't think it was going to pull out. It made characters in the trailer that looked annoying, like Forky, Ducky, and Bunny, actually really good characters. And the fact that Forky's questioning everything around him, that just makes him an even better character. I think that's all I really have to say about Toy Story 4 in regards to spoiling some stuff. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit more. I know an animated film getting a spoiler discussion, that's kind of a strange thing, but as I said, this franchise is so iconic. This is such a great quadrilogy of movies, and it definitely does. Toy Story 4 definitely doesn't tarnish the legacy. Guys, thank you for watching my spoiler discussion, talk, review, whatever you want to call it, about Toy Story 4. I hope you guys really enjoy Toy Story 4. Stay tuned for more reviews coming very soon. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.